Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the channel. You join me not in the Peak District for a change. We are in sunny Kefalonia in Greece, doing the East Ridge on Mount Ainos. Yeah, so something a bit different, and I bet you weren't expecting this, but already great views. Yeah, so we're already pretty much at the top. Trying to walk up here from where we are staying would have taken all day, really. That's just getting up, never mind getting back down again. So yeah, we've picked a route from all trails. Should take us about 3 to 4 hours, I expect, somewhere around that ballpark anyway. But the reviews on this walk are pretty good. I think it's 4.7 out of 5 currently. So yes, already you can probably see the views that we've got. Spectacular. But yeah, a lot of people have said in the reviews to do it clockwise. I think the route normally says to do it anti-clockwise, but a lot of people say to do it clockwise because then it ends with the summit. Yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one. I'm sure it will. The drive up here was slightly terrifying, but yeah, let's get cracking and hopefully it'll be good. So let's get cracking. Well, we've just passed the fork in the road, so to speak. Everybody else around here seemingly is just going straight to the summit. They're not doing the walk. Well, I didn't expect that they would be, but yeah, now it feels like I'm on my own and not part of a scattered group, so to speak. But yeah, there's a lot of people up here, unsurprisingly. Yeah, so some info. Mount Ainos, from what I've read, it's the tallest mountain in all of the Ionian islands. I can't remember the exact height, but I know it's a lot higher than Scarfell Pike, Snowdon and Ben Nevis. So yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, that's what I mean about if I'd have walked from the bottom, say from sea level, oh gosh, it would have taken a long time. Google reckoned about 7.5 hours, but that's obviously without stopping, without breaks, so it would have taken a very long time. But anyway, yes, we're on our own. I think I've been had by a mosquito already. There's been a fair few, so just got to be a little bit wary of them. But yeah, so far it's been quite good, although I've only been doing it for about 20 minutes. One thing I've noticed already is we are steadily going downhill constantly, which is fine, but we're going to pay for it later. I feel like we're suddenly going to go steeply up to get to the summit when we come back on the other side. But yeah, totally going to pay for this. As lovely as this walk is, and as easy as it seems to be so far, because we're following a map on all trails, we can't really go wrong like we can with reading a book with dodgy directions. So I'm finding it kind of difficult to think of things to actually talk about. So there might be a little bit more waffle in this video. There's going to be an awful lot more first-person view footage, I think. But I want to try and get a lot of scenic footage. But it's kind of tricky at the moment with all the trees next to us. But I also don't want to overdo it with the same view, you know what I mean? Because I've already shown you that view. How many times can I show you that view, but like 100 metres further along the path? Yeah, it's just a little note of mine. Not that anybody's interested in that little note, but yes, just know that I am finding it difficult filming this video. yeah, I've just checked how I was on about I'll pay for it later, having to walk back uphill. So looking at all trails, it'll be, you know, a steady downhill decline, and then it'll be about a 450 meter climb back up. So yeah, I wasn't wrong when I said I'd pay for it later. But 450 meters, that's not too bad really. That's, I don't know, I can't really remember the size of some of the hills in Peak District, but it should be in a similar sort of feel, I guess. I remember thinking Mamtor wasn't that bad, so I am waffling quite a bit, but I said there would be some waffle. I think we're approaching the point where we start to turn around and go on the other side, so we'll be starting the climb pretty soon, I think. But yeah, the view's going to open up in a second, so finally. Been well, you'd have seen the time lapse. That's what I've been looking at since we started, so it'd be nice to have the views open up a little bit. He says, I mean, it could be exactly the same on the other side, but yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping it will open up though. This bit is opening up though. I think this might be the bit where we start to go up, but not certain. So let's go up and see if the map says we're going the right way. It looks slightly more daunting. Not as easy as the path we've been on for about the past hour. But we'll see. Let's keep an eye on this. Yep, this is the right way. So yeah, things getting interesting now. And slightly daunting if you've got a fear of heights like I have. Yeah, it's very rocky. Just be careful where you step in, really. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah, definitely looks like we're going the right way. The fact that I can see steps, man-made steps, is reassuring. I'm absolutely knackered and I've only just started. Oh man, I think I'm going to retire from this mountain hiking. Oh man, I'm beat. Come on. Yeah, the path is getting quite, I don't know how you put it, wild now. Fallen trees blocking certain parts, very rocky. You know, the steps have mostly gone. They're still there now and again, but yeah, this is going to be a fun navigating. All I can say is thank goodness we've got this, otherwise I'd have, if we were trying to follow the book, for example, or a book, I'd have turned back at this point, I think. But yeah, thanks to this we'll press on a bit, and yeah, let's get cracking. You'd think that with all the walks and hikes I do, going up hills and everything like that, that I'd be quite fit at this point, but I get I climb about 10 meters, not even that, maybe 5, and I'm like absolutely knackered. So I'm having to take it really, really steady. It's just baffling how, like, I don't know, unfit I seem to be, despite all the exercise I do. I don't get that. Maybe I'm just a wimp, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to start filming a little bit less on this climb until it sort of evens out a little bit. But according to this, it's going to be a constant climb all the way back, so I'm going to have to pick and choose when to film rather than have the camera constantly out, I think, because it's mentally exhausting having to have the camera out and the phone out at the same time and trying to find my footing. So I don't know when you'll see me next. But on we go. We've hit a part where we're going slightly downhill. So yeah, I don't like that because that means I've got to make up for it later on. It makes it steeper again and I've got to do more climbing. But it gives me a chance to get my breath back at the very least. The path is getting quite a lot harder to follow. You know, it's like you can just about make out the rockiness of the path in places, but obviously when you get fallen trees and fallen branches like this covering the path, and you get a lot of moss and, you know, leaves, dead leaves, all that kind of stuff covering it, it's quite tricky following. So like I said earlier, I'll say it again, thank goodness I've got All Trails like updating me on where I actually am. Because if I didn't have that and I was trying to follow a map or a book, this would be an absolute nightmare. Although I would have turned back by now. There's no way I'd have done it this way. The trick I'm learning is if you get to a point where you can't see the path directly in front of you, just stop, have a really good look around, because you might see something, you know, a bit of path further up, or you get little signposts now and again. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a blue with a white dot, or white with a blue dot, I can't quite remember, but it's something like that, so just look for that. Oh, it's opening up a little bit here, and we're going to be turning around and going up there. I think we might. Oh, I don't know what to trust here, because the terrain, like the climbing whatever part on the app, says you descend, and then when you start to climb, it's pretty much a constant steep climb all the way to the end, which I've been dreading. But I've just been trying to keep myself going, I guess. I don't know, I can't find the words, but trying to motivate myself to keep going. Right, we turn here. See what I mean? It's difficult to spot the path, but I think it's up there. You see where the broken tree is? I think we go that way. I know I was criticising it earlier. Well, I say criticising. I wouldn't even say complaining. I don't know what word I'd choose. Mentioning the fact that there's a lot of trees and it's blocking the view. I am actually really grateful for all the trees at this point, because it's nice and shaded and cool. Trying to do this climb in baking sun bearing down on you, it would not be pleasant. Again, another reason why I would have turned back. So there's a lot of factors going on here that in any other circumstance would have caused me to not bother doing this, but yeah, a lot of factors are happening which is causing me to carry on rather than turn back. So oh yeah, so we are on the straight bit now. We've managed to finally turn the corner. Yes, it's been that long. So yeah, it is straight to the summit, pretty much. So yeah, we're starting to get to the top of the trees. So the views will open up as they are threatening to do right now. But yeah, you can see the sea. But not much else at the moment. I keep having to take rest stops in the shade so then I can plough through the sunny bits. That's the plan so far. And well, we're here, so it seems to be working. The other weird thing as well here is I haven't seen a single person since that fork in the path. You know, and everybody else is going straight up to the summit and we're carrying on this way. So yeah, that's a bit, gives a bit of a lonely feeling, I guess. Yeah, as soon as we get to the summit, I'm sure it'll be crowded. Anyway, so it looks like it's going to get very steep at this point here. I don't know how long for, but long enough for me to have a bit longer of a rest before tackling this. And there's no shade for a bit, so I need to be fully ready for this. It is amazing just how many fallen trees there are blocking this path. It's just staggering. It's like you barely get, I don't know, 30 meters and then there's another tree or big branch blocking the path. It's madness. I'm also scared to death really of mentioning this, but I feel like I need to for the video. Yeah, so where we turned off the woodland path, so to speak, and it got like really bloody steep. I think, touch wood, that's the worst of it. For quite a while now, it seems to have. Well, we're still climbing, but it's nowhere near as bad. You know, I can feel like I can walk this at my usual walking pace, pretty much. So yeah, fingers crossed it stays this way and we can actually get to that summit before tomorrow. Right, get ready for this, guys. It's gonna be spectacular. How's that for a view then? That's just breathtaking. It's also terrifying. We're right next to the edge and this is where the path is. Yeah, but you can see the, like, I don't know what they are, antennas, radio towers, whatever. That's where we're parked up and that's where we're heading. My gosh. For anybody new here, I do have a terrible fear of heights, so this is actually terrifying me. I can deal with it, it's just that thought of, oh, what if the rocks suddenly gave way? That is a long drop. I can see the airport from here. Factor number 17 that is making this even more challenging. I can't sit down anywhere. Everywhere I think, oh, sit down there, there's 100 ants. So yeah, they're not letting me sit down. But yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about or show you until we reach the summit, so probably will just say I'll see you at the summit. Assuming I get there in one piece. One thing I will say though is there is an awful lot of what I assume is goat droppings. There's so much of it, there's piles of it everywhere. You can barely go 2 meters before you see another pile. I don't know what has been going on. I've only seen like 1 goat so far. Oh my days. Made it. Terrified. I genuinely am terrified right now. Everywhere I look, it's just... I can't even get the drone out. I just want to get down now. But we did it. Well, there you go guys, that was Mount Ainos. I'm just happy that I managed to get some drone footage for a change. Yeah, when I was up there I was thinking to myself, there's no way I'm hanging around up here any longer than I need to. So therefore I will sacrifice getting the drone footage. Not gonna bother. But then when I came down a little bit, my nerves settled like immediately. So I was like, well, it's just me here, there's no one else around. Normally when there's other people around it puts me off getting the drone up. But yeah, no one else around. So I thought to myself, I'm never coming back here again, ever. So I'm never going to get this chance again. It would be an absolute waste to not get the drone up. So, plus the fact that my nerves had calmed at that point, like I say, resulted in the drone going up. So I hope I got some good footage. Anyway, yeah, going down now. We have returned to fences and man-made steps, which I like a lot. So yeah, we're on the home stretch now. So on that note, I'll say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been something not a little different, but very different. You know, normally I'm just in the Peak District or maybe the odd mountain here and there, but never another country. It's not what I expected to be doing this year, but here we are. So yes, if you did like it, feel free to like, subscribe. We do a lot of, if you're new here, we do a lot of walks around the Peak District in England, and like I say, maybe the odd mountain here and there. And we do some like van camping, all that kind of stuff. I haven't done that for a while. I need to get back into it, but I've been so focused on the hikes that it's took a back seat really. But the camps will be making a return, I promise you that. And yeah, we've got a trip to Scotland later this year, so I will, instead of filming different walking routes around there, I will film parts of the trip. Not all of it, because it'll be like a holiday really, but I will try and make some sort of adventure video out of it at least. So yes, stay tuned for that. But yeah, hopefully I'll catch you in another video very soon. Bye for now.